baby. Hello, nasty. Hello there. Hello. I say hello. Hello, friend. Well, hello, little girl. Hello, my treacherous friends. Hello, operator. The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
It's the Brink of Sanity, episode 211. And we have Mark and Bry here today.
Bry apparently is wrestling with his microphone.
Yes.
Is that like a UFC style there, Bry? What are you doing there?
Are we just starting?
Is it all the way up to your rectum?
Is this a bit, or are we really just starting the show with technical difficulties?
Bry, what the hell are you doing?
Here I am.
What the hell are you doing?
I couldn't hear anything on the headphones I was on, so I was trying to switch them.
That was some intro. Here I am.
Here I am to save the day.
While you eat, this will be a treat. Thank you, ma'am.
Your shows have been lame lately. I am here to make them interesting. I'm Bry, super guest.
I'd like to take credit for that, but it was merely a piece of shit headphone. I couldn't hear anything.
All right.
And then when I plugged the new one in.
Don't take us through the magic. Just let it exist on its own.
Okay, I won't pull the curtain back.
People are going to be breaking that down for years to come.
Yeah, Jay will do a YouTube clip on that moment. It'll get 3 thumbs down.
Which it would be one more than our last YouTube video.
So what is going on, guys? I had an awful weekend. How are you guys doing?
I'm all right.
Well, you just got back from Vegas.
I did.
Let me guess. All right. Mark thought you were going to have an entire show's worth of exciting stories, and I said Bry's going to have 0 stories from Vegas. Who was right?
I mean, I shot machine
Oh my god,
guns.
we're gonna have to beat these out of him.
No.
You're like, Bry, what the hell did you do? I didn't do anything. I
think ever since the Hangover movies, like everyone just thinks of like anybody who goes to Vegas has like a crazy time, and it's not really. I think maybe I'm too old for that shit, but I mean, it was.
The people just understand Vegas. It's not the Hangover movies. People just understand that Vegas, you might drink a little more than you might do a lot of things there you wouldn't do back here. So.
Right. I mean, it's definitely like the land of make-believe. I mean, there's physics goes to die there. There's like no space-time continuum.
There's an Eiffel Tower there. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's just, you can drink or eat or do basically anything you want at any time of the day. It's just very strange.
It's also one of those cities where it could be as mellow as you want or as crazy as you want.
Absolutely. And in the same week, I mean, because I got out there 2 weeks ago tomorrow, and there was no one there. It was dead. And then the fight was obviously the weekend I was out there. And by like Thursday night, like I think every black person in the world was in Vegas.
I'm amazed that boxing is still as popular as it is.
It's not really that popular. This is like one of those, like, it should have happened like 10 years ago fights. So everyone was just excited about it.
Well, if you add up all the people that have watched boxing in the last 5 years, that's less than how many people watched this one fight.
Right.
It's just, this is like the Hangover, the last of anyone's interest in boxing.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think boxing's pretty much gonna die now. I streamed it.
Yeah.
I just went on Twitter and I said that it would be really cool if somebody had a link to the fight, and I got like 3 links.
That's funny. You're in New York, and I was like half a mile from it, and I didn't see it.
It wasn't worth it.
No, that's what I heard, yeah.
Yeah, I did. Instead of watching the fight, I did something slightly more interesting. I slept.
Yeah, I probably should have.
I'm surprised I actually was still awake for the fight, and it was 9 o'clock out there. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive on my part.
So, wait, Brian, who'd you go out there with?
I went with my dad.
Okay. How long you guys were there for?
We were there for a week.
Okay. Where'd you guys stay?
Mirage.
Nice. What was the plan there? What was is it a father-son bonding thing? You're getting daddy laid? What are you guys doing?
Well, we try to go out there every year, and this has been a really shitty year. My dad had open heart surgery in January, unexpectedly. He got out. He was recuperating. He was home. I was living with him for like 4 or 5 weeks, taking care of him through like the whole month of February while it was snowing and stuff. So he's finally getting better, and he's like, fuck it, let's go. Like, I'm feeling better. Let's book a trip. So we booked the trip, and we got the room. This was before the fight or anything was announced. So we got our room basically. We were there 7 nights. I think we paid for 2 nights. Like we got it all comped. And then they announced the fight, and you couldn't get a room for under $500.
Did you think about trying to resell the room?
I thought
Like,
about it.
like we have this amazing reservation. We could probably sell for like 5 times the price.
Well, so then like 2 weeks after we booked everything, he fell in the night and he broke his foot.
Oh, geez.
So I had to come move back in with him again. So we go to the doctor and they're like, yeah, you got a broken bone in your foot. It takes like 6 weeks to heal. And he's like, well, we're going to Vegas in 5 weeks. And you're like, well, that might be cutting it close. So we kind of had to. So long story short, he got an X-ray the day before we left, and it was healed enough that he was using crutches and a walker. So we got to Vegas and we got him a scooter, like one of those motorized scooters. So he was tooling around on that the whole week.
A fat man bike?
Yeah. Which is funny. I didn't know that
bike.
you could get them. You could rent those things at any hotel. Like it was $100 for the week. And but you don't even have to be handicapped. Like there was all these like dudes just cruising around the strip, powering around with these things. And
I'm going to Vegas.
Can you take that to the airport later on instead of a taxi?
Well, I tell you, it probably could have in Vegas because it's so close. But like my dad is such a he's just so old and sore or whatever. Like walking, like he's always like 20 yards behind me. I had to keep up with him because he was just cruising through this thing. So we went to a bunch of stuff that was off the strip that we never would have made it to. But he was just like, oh, fuck it. I got the cart. Let's go. Come on, keep up. Like we went to this place where we shot machine guns.
Shot machine guns?
Yeah, they have there's like 3 or 4 places where you think they have like an ad that just drives by, but I actually saw it online. And yeah, you walk into this place and for like 150 to the cheapest package is like $100 and the most expensive one's like $400. You just go and
wait. If you pay it like $1,000, can you shoot like an actual like Al Qaeda member?
You could join the army for free for that one. I think. I don't think you have to pay. So no, but they have this place. It's called Machine Gun Vegas, and so we wheeled ourselves over there, and you just sign not even a waiver. You just sign your name. They have like a thing. It looks like a petition. They say write your name and sign your name. I said, what is this? They said, oh, it just means that you promise not to shoot anybody. I'm like, I am not making that promise.
Will you kill anybody? Check yes or no.
So yeah, so we did a bunch of we did a package.
I'm gonna kill everyone. Oh shoot! I signed the goddamn form.
So I shot a Glock, I shot a semi-automatic, I shot an Uzi, I shot a sniper rifle, and then like an M4 or something. It was awesome. So much fun. So
when you finally snap, which one of those are you going for?
I like the sniper rifle. Well, I've never touched a gun in my life, like whatever. Not even seen one really in person. So the first gun is the Glock. The guy gives it to me and he says, "This is how you hold it, and this is how you aim. You get 10 shots. So anyway, you're shooting at a target. I had 10 kills, for all headshots." He goes, "Whoa, you're good. Do you shoot?" I was like, "No." He goes, "You should think about doing recreational shooting." I'm like, oh, I'm gonna remember.
Think about doing recreational shooting? You mean like being in the army?
No, like shooting. I don't know.
What's recreational shooting?
Well,
like competitions or whatever.
Committing random murders. Have you thought about that?
Well, I am from Connecticut, sir.
No, me and Bry's old roommate Matt has like a mini arsenal in his place. And last time I went to visit,
oh, he does?
Yeah, he has like a membership to a shooting range. So we were shooting a bunch of stuff. So I guess that's what he meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I
got
competitions and stuff. People shoot guns not to kill people or like act like big shots in front of like killing animals and stuff.
Sometimes they just have small penises.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to make sure that target is dead. So you're good at headshots.
I guess, yeah. It was fun. The sniper rifle was cool too. So yes, we did that off the strip.
How was the kickback on the guns?
The machine gun had a pretty bad kickback, but they weren't that bad. Like I thought I'd be freaked out. I wasn't freaked out.
Do you have a werewolf at home?
Oh, sorry, guys. It's a full moon. I'm turning into Teen Wolf.
That sounds really pleasant to live with.
Oh my god.
You can hear that?
Where is my machine gun now?
Yeah.
He's like downstairs, like 3 rooms over.
Oh my god.
This is why I have a cat.
Let's see. What else did I do in Vegas? I saw a show. I saw a rock show.
I'm assuming without your dad.
Yeah.
What do you mean a rock show?
Two
What band?
rock bands.
What bands? A generic rock show?
No, 2 bands.
What bands?
Clutch and Mastodon.
Oh yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. Exactly.
What? Okay. Do you guys get drunk a lot? Anything interesting happen?
Oh, I saw a picture, Bri, where you just had an intravenous. I want you to explain that.
Oh yeah, that was cool. So they have this place at the MGM Grand called Revive, and it's basically I saw something similar on a TV show. The thing I saw on the TV show was a bus that drives around Vegas, run by like PAs and nurses, where they give you IVs to cure your hangover. And
yeah, I heard that works too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I've heard from actual doctor that this works.
yeah, so like I was looking that up, and I found this place. I thinking it was the same place, but it wasn't. So anyway, so it's at the MGM Grand, and I did some research into it, and they had like a bunch of different packages. They had one, it said for like jet lag and overindulgence and all that shit. And
Overindulgence. I ate too much ice cream. How are you gonna help?
yeah, a keyword for too much drinking or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, the time change always fucks me up, and I'm always tired and I'm always sore and blah blah blah. I wasn't really hungover, but I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna try it.
I've
And,
overindulged in cocaine, young lady. Can you help me out?
So I made an appointment. I went down first thing in the morning, and they hooked me up to an IV for about an hour, and which is really ironic because they were giving me like fluids, and there was like ibuprofen in there, and like vitamins, and like a booster shot to like give you energy. Meanwhile, I'm sitting in this massage chair that's like putting me to sleep, which is kind of weird. But
Did you feel much better right away?
like 45 minutes into it, I'm like, holy shit, I gotta piss. And then the girl comes in and she goes, you have to go to the bathroom? And I'm like, yeah, how'd you know? She's like, well, we just pumped you full of, 2 bags full of IV. And I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, yes, in like a half hour, you'll start to feel a little better, and it'll gradually go through the whole day. And like the rest of the day, I felt great. I had energy. I wasn't sore from walking or tired or anything. And I didn't really have a hangover, but I had a few beers the night before and woke up with that like beer taste in my mouth. But I felt pretty good after it.
What if you got like really into this, and then like people like at work, people are like, "Bri, why are you hooked up to an IV?" Oh, it's my daily IV. I start every morning with an IV. Don't you?
Well, I know a couple of nurses who, this one girl who's starting her own practice for like Botox shit. And I was like, no, you should do this stuff. This would be a lot better.
Yeah, people would like stop in this place like before work. Like actually, like that would be actually a pretty good idea.
Actually, they have one in New York somewhere.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to look into that.
it sounds kind of I don't know, something you wouldn't want to do that often.
Right.
But
Well,
I don't know any medical. I don't know if it's any medical danger. It just seems like IV in your. I don't know. I'm not going anywhere with that.
Did it get
It's
super?
just an unnecessary IV is what you're just kind of like.
But it would be cool. You probably have a home IV kit eventually, and you just be doing it on your own. That's
yeah.
what we should go on Shark Tank with.
There you go.
Hey, Sharks, you know when you overindulge? An IV for the office.
Then I just come in like pissed drunk.
Shit, I had a good idea for Shark Tank yesterday. Now I don't remember what it was.
Cool.
Oh, I know. It was a gun to shut my dog up.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'd buy that.
I would buy it right now, actually.
I would too. All right, I have to go yell at him.
So,
Carry on.
did it get really boring? Like, I mean, you're just sitting there with an IV for an hour. Like, what are you just sitting there?
I was in this like really intense like massaging chair, and it was like just almost practically putting me to sleep.
I'm not a fan of those massage chairs.
I'm not either. Like somebody just got me a gift certificate for a massage, and I gave it back to her because I was like, I don't like massages. I don't like to be touched.
Was this your quasi girlfriend? You just threw in her face. Go, I don't like to be touched. Get out of it.
She knows that.
You should know that by now.
Yeah. So it was kind of weird. But
your face.
it was kind of weird, but I don't know. It was.
Did you think about taking your quasi girlfriend on the Vegas trip?
Your
your dad like, oh, this has been a rough year. I'd love to see you and your girlfriend together. Sorry, Dad.
No, well, kind of, because her mom lives out there. So I told her
her mom lives out there, and you wouldn't take her.
Well, I said if she wanted to go, she could go, but she's.
I mean, I don't want you to go, but if you really insist on coming, maybe I'll let you come.
Just try not to
you have to
ruin
buy
the
my
trip.
airfare too.
Yeah, she doesn't have any money, so she couldn't, So we actually had dinner with her mom one night, but and she
Wait,
picked us
what?
up from the airport.
You had dinner with her mom and wouldn't take her.
Wait, hang on, stop. Could we give a name to her, please? It doesn't have to be a real name. Just give her a name.
I thought we.
Shira, fine.
Shira.
So you hung out with Shira's mom, but Shira was not in Vegas with you?
Yeah. Well, not like I called her like when she called me and was like, "You want to hang out?" And I was like, "No, I'm in Vegas." No, it wasn't like that. Like it was. She knew I was going.
Right. It's just kind of weird that like you wouldn't take her daughter, and she's. Oh, the future guy. I was always hoping to. The guy was always hoping to abuse my daughter. This is great. Does she ask you like what your future plans are with the girl?
How's my mom doing?
No. I want to know what does Shira say to you? Like you're with your dad, and like, Bri, what are your intentions with my daughter?
No, nothing like that. We don't.
Can we pretend?
People don't talk like that anymore.
Let's just go to pretend we're at dinner.
Okay.
Jay, you could be a Bri's dad.
Okay.
Hi, Bri. It's so wonderful.
Can I be the waiter?
I don't think so, Bri. It's so wonderful to have you. I'm eating dinner with my future family.
Yes. Thank you for the ride from the airport, by the way.
Oh, no problem. You guys can stay at my place. You mean your family. But Bri, you and my daughter have been together for a long time. You think you guys are together? Is that what you guys call it?
That's what the kids call it. Yeah, I don't know what we call it, but
Like boyfriend, girlfriend?
They're talking.
yeah.
What's the hesitation? Bri, what are your intentions with my daughter? Just to let you know, she loves you very, very much.
Well, that's easy to understand. I can't blame her for that, of course.
I mean, you seem like a lovable guy.
So we take it one day at a time.
When are you proposing?
And hopefully I can find
When
my
are you
way out of it
proposing?
somehow.
What? What? Are you just treating my daughter like yesterday's garbage?
No, I
suppose
treat her
it's
like
today's
today's
garbage.
Fresh.
Yeah, okay. This is ridiculous. I will sleep with your dad, but that's it. Then I'm out of here.
All right, I'll leave you two kids alone then.
Take me on your scooter. Go, big boy. Did she ask you when you got back? Did she ever go, how's my mom doing?
Yeah. I mean, I talked to her while I was out there.
What does Shira do for a living?
She just got a new job. That's why she couldn't come out. She couldn't get the time off.
Why is she broke? What does she do? You don't have to give me her exact job, but generally.
Well, she's not broke, but she's a single mom, and
she has a kid. We covered this already, right?
Yeah, I think
Bri doesn't date anybody under 40 who doesn't have a kid.
How old her kid?
I don't know, 10, 12.
Oof.
I
thought you were gonna say like away at college or something.
No.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like 4, where like he wouldn't really understand what's going on. A 10-year-old's like he like wakes up, sees Bri in his underwear. He's like
he's like 11 or 12, I think.
He wakes up and sees Bri in his apnea machine.
He's just like, oh God.
Bag next to me.
Darth Vader's over screwing my mom again.
Yeah, that's all I need, an IV when I sleep. One more thing to wear while I sleep.
Yeah, seriously.
Do you interact a lot with the son?
Not really. I don't see him that much.
Is that because Billy Boy hides while you're there?
No, because they have like every other day custody or something. So when she comes
Every other
down,
day custody?
they have like 2 days. They have like a weird schedule. So she comes down when she doesn't have them. So I never really.
Oh, so
I'll
you're
see him-
involved in like a whole situation here.
I don't know.
Does he ever call you daddy when he sees you?
No, we don't
What would
really
you-
talk.
What would your reaction? Let's say you see Billy. Let's say Shira goes, "I want you to spend more time with my son," and the son's like, Billy Boy's like, "Hey, Dad."
No, he's a smart kid. He would know I'm not his dad.
No, but he wants you to be his dad. Hey, I want you to be my dad. And he looks up at you with his eyes, really excited. What do you say to him?
I gotta go. No, I'm going out for cigarettes. I'll be right back.
What did you do? Oh, how do you spend Mother's Day, Bri? With your mom or with Shira?
Well, with neither actually.
Sweet. Why would you spend it with Shira? It's Shira's a mother, and you're boning her.
She's not my mom.
Jay, should he have spent Mother's Day with Shira?
No, he wouldn't even go to Vegas with her while seeing her mom.
I saw you were ziplining.
Yeah, I ziplined across the Rio.
Yeah, how was that?
It was pretty crazy.
I would never do that.
I'm surprised I did it.
I don't do heights well at all.
Yeah, it was one of those like, what am I doing here?
I did that once in Costa Rica. It was pretty cool there, but I imagine it was kind of freaky to like actually see people below you.
Well, it goes over like from one building to the next. It goes basically over the pool.
Oh.
And it's not like a zip, like you sit in like a bench, almost like a chairlift, but there's no bar to hold on to or anything. You're just kind of like, they strap you in like super tight, like a tight belt. And then they push you off and that's it.
Oh.
Jesus. I'm going to a bachelor party next month, and they're like, oh, yeah, we're all going to get there on Thursday and go skydiving. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be there Friday.
Where's that?
I don't even know. Apparently they're getting up like early Friday morning to do it, so I'm just going to get there conveniently right after that.
Did I miss skydiving? Oh, man, I really wanted to go.
Darn.
Well, Jay, there's still... No, I can't go.
Yeah, my girlfriend was trying to get me to go once, and she's like, you only live once. I'm like, exactly. That's why I don't want to go.
We'll test that theory by going skydiving. Jay, I have a question for you. Very important.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to Vegas, you said, right?
Yeah.
Are you going to hang out with Shira's mom?
I might.
Are you going to
gonna-
Vegas for a bachelor party?
Yeah.
Nice.
Where
Where you staying?
I will let you know in a minute. I forgot.
Bri, did you or your dad pay for sex?
No, I didn't. I don't know if he did.
Were you guys staying in the same... Would it be awkward if your dad got a hooker in the room?
It'd be a little weird.
What if he was just like, I've had a rough year, son?
Hey, all the power to him.
And then like the hooker was like a 300-pound like Filipino chick.
I only if we got to kill her and the bury her in the desert. That would be like a good bonding trip.
Monte Carlo. That's where we're staying.
Oh, I've stayed there. That's pretty good. It's right in the middle, so.
I'm getting nervous. This guy keeps reserving stuff and like not checking in with the group.
Who are you going with?
Alex.
Oh, his bachelor party?
Yeah, it's Alex's bachelor party, and then his cousin's like, "Hey, I just reserved like an all-day private cabana poolside."
Oh, that's like $900.
Yeah, that sounds real cheap.
And then he's like, "Oh, I got
it's like $900, and then plus whatever you drink."
Yeah, and then he's got like, "Oh, I got a VIP table at some strip club with bottle service." I'm like, you might want to check in with us before like you reserve thousands of dollars worth of things.
Do the guns. Go do the guns.
I'm gonna do the guns if I get there and he says, "You guys each owe me like $2,000."
How much do I owe you, tough guy?
Yeah, while you were in Vegas, we were at Kids in the Hall.
Yeah, how was that?
I thought it was awesome.
Jay and I had a wonderful date.
We had
I
a
was
mandate.
bummed. Like of all weekends, that's when it had to be.
I know. I couldn't believe that. Yeah, it was really good though. I guess they're a little more cultish than I thought they were.
Yeah.
Because everyone there was like 40 and dragging their girlfriends, and they even made jokes about that.
Well, it was kind of a, yeah. I thought I was I used to watch the show a little bit, but like I didn't remember most of the bits. And Jay's like, "Oh, I know most of the lines here."
Yeah.
Jay was like reciting the line by line by line.
It was weird because I hadn't watched the show in like 10 years, but I must have watched it a lot back in the day.
We grabbed dinner ahead of time, and Jay and I ordered way too much food. That was exciting.
Well,
Not quite as good as the Vegas trip, but
Yeah. Well, we didn't know. They're like, we're like, hey, maybe we'll just start with some nachos. And it was like a 7-pound mound of nachos. And
with like a slab of steak on it.
yeah, it was ridiculous.
Where'd you go? Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville?
We went to
No, where'd we go?
Virgil's.
I never.
Basically went to some stupid Times Square joint.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, that was our trip.
Yes. Any more details from Vegas? Or are we done with you, Rye?
I think that's it. If something comes into mind during the show, I'll just blurt it out.
Was there any going to like clubs or strip clubs?
No. I've never been to a club in my life. I'm not going to start now.
Yeah. What
The
do you
only
do all
famous
day?
person I saw, was Dennis Rodman.
Who is he with?
I was eating dinner, and I saw these like 20 yards down in front of me. I saw these two blonde girls walking by, and all of a sudden this black guy was like accosting them. Like I could just see him like bothering them. Mm-hmm. And like half kidding, I said, I bet you that's probably Dennis Rodman. And then like the girls went off, and then it was like he was walking, and there was like 10 people like kind of like in a half circle around him, probably just taking pictures or whatever. And he walked right by, and I was like, son of a bitch, that was Dennis Rodman. And then I saw him the next day with this like 100-year-old, like 4'5" Chinese guy who I found out is like the leading climatologist out there in Vegas. So apparently they're buddies or something. I don't know. But I was playing, and the dealer was like, oh, yeah, that's the climatologist guy. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? What kind of weird world am I in?
Rodman is the weirdest group of people he hangs out with.
Yeah. And
He's a
I
weird
might
man.
have also seen E from Entourage. I think he walked by, but there's like a million people that look like him, so.
He's going to promote the terrible Entourage movie.
Yeah.
What?
The Entourage movie.
Here's a question: like, how much like gambling do you actually do there? Like, do you gamble a few hours a day?
I tried not to. See, when we originally planned the trip, we were going to go to Phoenix for a few days because we have family out there. Because my dad couldn't, with the foot and everything, he couldn't drive, and I didn't feel like driving, so we just stayed there the whole time. So we tried to do a bunch of shit that wasn't gambling, and I did. Like, we went Tuesday to Tuesday, and I was actually only out like $400 for the whole trip till like Sunday, and then like we ran out of things to do. So like Sunday night and Monday, we just gambled all day, and I lost a lot.
Yeah, I feel like you like after some point you're just like, let's go gamble and drink.
Yeah. We kind of just were like, oh, we walk the strip again. Who cares? All right, let's just sit down and play and whatever.
They get you sooner or later.
Yeah.
So, when I take the subway in the morning, there's two escalators, one going down, one going up, and then there's a very, very narrow staircase in the middle. And so the escalator going down was out of service. So naturally, people are walking down the stairs, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's a whole batch of people trying to walk up the stairs against us. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? Just take the stupid escalator, you asshole.
People are getting stupider.
I mean, you see the other escalator is clearly out of service. Then you could barely fit a person down the staircase, and I have to get out. I have to like move over so you can get your fat ass up there because you have to do some. This is your only exercise all day is getting stairs.
I'm getting real sick of living in a busy city. I'll tell you that much.
It is a busy city.
It is. I ran into my downstairs neighbor on Friday. We say hi like every once in a while, but nothing really. But I know he's young, and I usually hear like sounds of video games coming from down there. So I was like, hey, I just got Mario Kart. If you ever want to play, come on up. And he's like, oh, yeah, I got Xbox. I got PlayStation. I'm like, oh, yeah, I got Xbox. I never played PlayStation. An hour later, I got a knock on the door, and he hands me a PlayStation 3 with a stack of games. And he's like, enjoy.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, well, that's really cool.
Does he want it back?
Yeah. Well, obviously, it's like, yeah, he handed me like $500 worth of electronics, but
What if you just sold it? The next time he's like, "Oh, I put it on Craigslist. I thought you just didn't want it anymore."
or just be
You
like,
should be more explicit.
what PlayStation? I have no idea what you're talking about. I wish it wasn't right before finals because now I have no desire to do anything else, but it's still cool.
Is he like a wishing well? Is there other things you could ask for?
It's like it'd be really cool if I had listeners for our podcast.
Oh, here you go. Here's listeners to your podcast.
It would.
It'd be awesome if I had like the first issue ever of X-Men. Here you go. You have 2 more wishes left. I am a genie.
Best neighbor ever.
Yes.
I got a wedding invitation today from my cousin
Yeah.
that I've known my entire life. Got my name wrong.
Ouch.
How do you spell Jason wrong?
You spell no, they got the Jason part right. They got my last name wrong.
What'd they spell wrong?
My last name.
They put an R at the end?
No, they spelt it Galasso.
Oh.
That's not my last name.
No, I was going to say, that's...
No, it's not even close, actually.
How
Well,
do you, maybe they didn't mean to invite you.
Yeah, maybe you don't have to go.
Good. They got
Jason Galasco has to go.
they got my girlfriend's name wrong too, and my sister said they actually called and asked for the spelling, and they still got it wrong.
Well, guess who's not getting a wedding gift?
This is an entire family of teachers, by the way.
Oh, well. There you go. That's all you need to know.
Are you sure they just didn't send the wrong invitation to you? That sounds more likely.
I don't know if there's a
You
Jason.
get like one letter off and you misspell it. When you have an entire different name with all different letters, it might just be a different invitation.
Well, I mean,
possible.
it's my mom's maiden name, but it doesn't,
Oh, okay.
I mean, it doesn't make sense that.
Well, good. Now we can steal Jay's ATM card.
Cool.
Yeah, I just thought that was like really stupid. You know somebody for 30 years and you get their last name wrong.
We got it. My dad got a thing in the mail today from, I guess she would be my cousin in Phoenix, and she's graduating. It was like a little picture with like a little card, and I looked at it. I said, "What the hell is this? An invitation to her graduation?" It was just a thing saying she's It was basically like a bill because now we got to send her money because she's graduating.
I know.
It was just like a picture of her and had some stupid quote saying like, "Yeah, I made it" or whatever. And I'm like,
Is there a thing
this
on the
is
bottom
a fucking bill. What?
Is there a thing on the bottom that says gratuity 15, 20%, and 25%?
Yeah, they should have just had like a little thing to check off. Like, here, how much are you going to donate?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
They just send you an envelope and you have to put the stamp on it and send it back.
I would send change. I was like, oh, cool, we got invited to like a party as like a whatever. No, it's just that's she's graduating, so it's like a bill. All right.
Well, you should send a quarterback, and she's like, "What? Like, why would you be so cheap?" You're like, "It's change. I want you to bring change. It was symbolic. So I'm not giving you any cash, bitch."
Yeah.
Life lessons. That's worth way more.
That's right. And seriously, now it takes more effort to not graduate high school than it does to graduate high school.
Yeah, it's really hard to not graduate.
Like, you have to really just not want to care at all.
Who
to
sends
not
out a
graduate
letter that
high
they
school.
graduated high school? That's not an accomplishment.
No.
That's like you existed. You didn't die. That's how you.
Have you ever heard Daniel Tosh's bit about high school being a commencement speaker at high school?
No.
No.
It's actually hilarious, but like he's like, "What do you say? Like, congratulations, how'd you do it?"
Yeah, I showed up.
That's actually borderline obnoxious.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not like actually invited to a graduation ceremony, then just sending out that letter is obnoxious.
Should I do an hour now on my kids? Is that what the fans want?
We got 18 emails asking for more kid stories.
The other day, my son gets into the bed with us. "Mommy, why is my penis growing bigger?" We just kind of paused. We're like, "Shit." and my wife was like, "'Cause you have to go to the bathroom." I don't have to go to the bathroom.
Get off mommy.
Just watch TV, okay?
He's not getting boners at like 2, is he?
I don't know. I didn't really want to look and find out. He also said, my daughter, who's he's like almost 4, and my daughter's 1.
Was your daughter
And,
getting her period at like 1?
Oh God! But yeah, it's like she's like in there, like like we're all in the bathroom. He's peeing. And I'm like, show your sister how to pee. And he's like, but she doesn't pee this way. She pees from her butt. Yeah, sounds good. Does my pee from her butt? Yeah, yep. Just ask her about it.
Awesome. Can't wait to have kids.
Here's why you can't wait to have kids. It's because this is why my weekend sucked. Because they only get injured on your watch. So it was Mother's Day, and so like besides like doing something on Sunday, I figured I would take them for a few hours on Saturday, give my wife a little bit of break, and we're gone for like 3 hours. A fine morning, we're at the playground, and then basically my daughter's like running. She falls, lands face first on the edge of the slide.
Oh, Jesus.
I look down. She's like crying. I'm like, well, it can't be that bad. It didn't look like she hit it that far hard. Pick her up. Her forehead is now like it's jutting out like some kind of like an alien is like leaving her head. It's bleeding, and I'm like, oh fuck, why does this have to happen to me?
And it's always your fault.
It's totally like I'm like they only get injured this badly on my watch, and I'm like, fuck. Now I have to go to the emergency room right now. I'm like, hey, honey, are you enjoying your Mother's Day weekend? Let's go to the ER. Okay, beat me there. So that was kind of a shitty weekend.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, and then like later on, I'm like walking with my son, and I run into someone from like I see it from like college who I'm like kind of friendly with. Well, basically, I was friendly with in college. Seen him once since college, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing? Having a fucking awful day. Do I really have to talk to you?"
I've actually avoided people that I know on the subway twice this week. I see them and I'm like, I don't want to talk to people.
That happened to me like 2 months ago. There's this kid that I went to high school with that I used to be good friends with. Not good friends, but I'd known him since elementary school, and whatever. And like he's not like on Facebook or anything. Like every now and then I'll look for him or whatever, and he seems to have like disappeared off the face of the earth. I'm in the grocery store one day and I see him. And I like totally turn and like run the other way. Like, what the fuck? And I know he saw me. And I'm just like, oh shit, now I got to avoid him. So he finally comes up to me and he's like, hey man, hey, how you doing? And I was like, good. And now I've been wanting to talk to him for like 2 years, but I had no interest in talking to him.
It's just like, what are you gonna say?
He was like asking me questions, and I was just like, I was like pulled to Larry David. I'm like looking at items on the shelf, and I'm like, tea here. You think this stuff has caffeine in it? And finally, I just ignored him enough that he left.
Yeah, like, oh, how are you doing? I'm fine. We don't know each other anymore. Do we really have to talk?
Yeah, it was just weird. And then as soon as I left the store, I was like, shit, I should probably go in and talk to him. And then I was like, oh, that's stupid. I can't do that now.
Oh, no, I had no desire to talk. I felt no regrets. I was like, I just wasn't in the mood to talk to anybody.
But it's also like sometimes it's like a person that you were friendly enough in college with, but you like weren't like good friends with, and you really had not seen in so many years. You're like, that person was a nice person. I don't want to be a dick to them, but I really don't want to talk to them.
Right.
And I don't really care what they're up to. And
then you catch me on a bad day, and you're like, how are things going? And I'm like, great. I only sound like I'm an asshole when I'm saying great. Now, can we just move on?
I actually saw a girl I worked with on the subway, looked right at her, and then looked away, and she saw me do it and called me out when I got to the office.
Oh.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, I've gone as far as changing, like, I will definitely try to, like, duck and avoid. But I'm like, I kind of know that person. I don't really want to talk to them. Maybe if I get out the next stop and change subway cars, they won't notice.
We're like the most antisocial people.
Absolutely.
I got 2 more kids things, and I'll move forward from kids.
Okay.
My daughter is a complete asshole when you try to read her stories. I want to bring that up.
Okay.
You lift the book up. She's discovered, like, she basically reads only on her attention span. So I try to read her a story. If she's not interested in the book, she just knocks it out of your hand. And she just does it. You, like, start a book, you're like, and then Mickey Mouse, boom, right out of your hand. And if you don't let her knock it out of your hand, she starts screaming.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. And then she'll also, like, you'll start reading a book, and she'll just hand you another book. Read me this instead. You're like, okay, fine. I'll start reading that. And then she'll knock that book out of your hand. It is the most frustrating thing trying to read her stories.
Are you like getting into it and you're like, I want to see how this one ends?
Fine, I'll read it my damn self. I don't need you.
Yeah, no, I'm like, just pick a goddamn book. I know you're 1 year old. Pick a book you want me to read. God damn it, I can't sit here anymore. You're not gonna knock them all out of my hand.
The best part is you can talk like that. They have no idea what you're saying.
Oh yeah, no, I talk like that. It's like.
I totally do too.
And my last thing I want to say, this relates to comic books. My son who will sit there for books. I was in the library with him, and they had Superman versus Bizarro Superman. It was a book. Is there Bizarro Superman? Is that real?
Probably. I don't know.
Do you read like Superman? Is that one of your comics you read?
No, I don't.
So Bizarro Superman, instead of Bizarro, it should be Autistic Superman. Because it's just all the characteristics are just Superman being autistic. So the first thing was...
Aren't all superheroes autistic? I thought that was like their superpower.
Yeah, no, this is like a... So Superman hears a cat in a tree, and he runs over to get him to rescue the cat.
And then he can't communicate with anybody.
No. This is regular Superman. Then Bizarre Superman comes over and rescues the tree from the cat.
What?
Yeah, he thinks the Bizarre Superman thinks the cat is hurting the tree.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's like he's basically autistic.
Right.
It's not even like, and then there's a fire going on, and autistic Superman, or Bizarre Superman says, well, fire trucks put out fires, and he throws the fire truck at the fire. And I'm reading this to my son. I'm like, oh my God.
Wait, Bizarro Superman's supposed to be bad though, right? Is he bad, or is he just...
I don't know. They didn't really explain him being bad. I think it was just like he was like not the smartest. I think it's really just autistic Superman.
It sounds like Mark is not reading the in continuity line. He's reading the like we made this for 2-year-old Superman comics.
Well, yeah, it was a book for... It was a comic.
Soviet Russia fire fights you.
Yeah, no,
it's Yakov Smirnov Superman.
It was like learning to read Superman. It was not an adult comic, if there's such a thing. I think we have a lot of Facebook questions. Should we do them?
Yeah, let's do those.
Okay, let's start off with...
I'll read them this time because you're terrible.
Oh, you're taking my role, are you?
Let's see. Is Bry going to be on the podcast? The ultimate Brink lineup is Mark, J, and Bry, with Mark the star of the show, obviously.
Well, that was easy. We answered that one already.
Yeah, that one's answered. Bry is going to be on the show.
Yeah.
Let's see. How did Mark end up with a sexy blonde woman like his wife? Talk about overachiever.
Am I supposed to answer that, or are you going to move on?
Well, we already talked about how you met your wife last episode.
Yes, so I am overachiever. Go on.
Can Mark have an Instagram dedicated to his wife?
Oh, sweet.
We do have Instagram. It's The Brink of Sanity on Instagram. No pictures of Mark's wife yet, but
we will have them. Could we get a picture of Shira on there?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he should post some. He should post some pics or swimming pool pics. Would not mind Jay's girl. She is hot. Lucky guys. Teach me your ways of getting super hot women.
Who is swimming pool?
I think my wife, she'd be really happy. She's like, first off, you spend all this time doing these dumbass podcasts. Now you post me on the goddamn site? That's the fight I want to happen.
Maybe we should have a show where all three of the girls do it and we don't. And they can talk about us. That wouldn't work.
I will get my wife on here if you'll put Shira on the show.
I was just thinking that's a bad idea on my part.
Yeah, I'm thinking I wouldn't like that either.
Okay, my wife can just do it with Shira. If I can do it with can I do it also with Shira?
No.
Can I talk to Shira, please?
No. She's going to need a lawyer present.
Holy crap, Mark looks so much better than he sounds. And I really thought Bry would look different too.
Oh. You thought I was black, huh?
I don't know how do you take that? You look so much better than you sound.
I don't know. He said Bry said he was fat, but he doesn't look fat.
Well, that's because all my pictures are like 10 years old.
Yeah. No, you didn't look fat in your Vegas pictures.
I lost 20 pounds for Vegas. Now I could go back to eating and drinking again.
How did you lose 20 pounds?
I just stopped eating and drinking.
That will do it.
Yeah.
You should do an infomercial. Have you thought about stop eating for an entire month? 30 days, you'll lose a lot of weight.
I just hooked an IV up to myself for 6 weeks.
William writes, did Mark's ancestors own slaves?
My ancestors were Jews, so
So they were slaves.
at some point, they were slaves in Egypt.
Opinions on cops shooting black people and police brutality.
Yeah, let me stop this. So I'm in a business at work where it's like a sales oriented business, and so there's a person I have to call, and I've been putting off this call. Their first name is spelled Nigar. How do you think you pronounce that?
I would just call him Mr. Last Name.
Yeah.
No, I think I have to call them by the first name.
Niger.
So I looked on Yahoo and asked how to pronounce his name, and because I figured they might have like a pronunciation, and they said,
Excuse me, Mr. Guilty? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I have the wrong number.
it was you pronounced it. They said NEE-GAAR, which sounds like it'll come out wrong.
Niger?
I guess maybe.
Oh yeah, maybe you should do the French thing. Yeah.
Hi, Niger.
Let him correct you. Nah, it's nigga. What's up?
Yeah, I should just call him like, "Hello, who's this?"
Who this?
Would it be weird if I was like, "Hello, is this N-word?"
You might have to. That's a really unfortunate name to have. Well, like, what were the parents thinking, really?
They were thinking that we live in a world without color.
Let's see.
It's probably like the whitest white guy you've ever met, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what if he's like Southern?
He probably gets beat up every day in school.
He grew up in Georgia.
No, he wouldn't be alive if he was.
Yeah, no.
Opinions on cops.
I like cops that don't shoot people.
Mm-hmm.
I went to school for criminal justice. I could tell you most of those kids in my class were all dicks, and I could tell they were trigger happy then.
It was really like
none of this shit surprises me.
I took a semester of criminal justice, and it was really all the burnouts in our school were in those classes. They
Why
were
do you
all
think
like,
people want to be cops? The same reason people want to be in the army. So they could shoot brown people.
yeah, it was all people who wanted to learn how to like get away with stuff.
I knew someone who was. I'm sure there are a lot of really great cops. I knew someone who was a cop who it was like a friend of a friend who the guy kind of seemed like kind of an idiot, and just kind of like you're like this guy's a cop, and then my friend was like he's like one of the best cops in his unit. I was like, what? Like the standards go down from him.
Yeah,
It's a flawed equation if you think about it, because the people who want to be cops, most of them are dicks, and they have to deal with assholes all day. So that just makes them dickier. So it compounds it all day, and that's how they get into what they are.
Well, I think that's part of it. I mean, maybe not even them being dicks, but you deal with such assholes all the time that it makes you more of an asshole.
Right, and not even. I mean, not all of them are dicks, obviously, but a lot of them are real cocky and power trippy, and then you have to deal with that shit. And
do you think the media is to blame for this a little bit, because they don't run stories like today in Oklahoma, the cops shot no black people.
Or the cops saved a lot of black people.
Yeah,
cops aren't going to save any black
the
people.
cops arrested a guy, and he was guilty, and they took him to prison, and they didn't kill him along the way.
Well, I love all these things you pop up on all these conservative things on Facebook. It's those two cops that got killed in New York. Well, you don't see any white people rioting because the black people shot. You want to know why the white people don't riot when the white cop gets killed? It's white people just gets the laws changed to make it harder for black people. That's why they don't have to riot.
They also don't have a history of being oppressed for.
Yeah, black people don't. Black people have to riot because they have no other options. White people, they just say, "Oh, you're going to kill the cops? All right, well, we're just going to make life even more miserable for you because we're going to change the laws."
Yeah.
White people vote. That's they make it hard for black people to vote so that they can't get in there and do that. It's all.
You say our country wasn't founded based on equality? That is crazy, Bri.
Yeah, well.
We're the land of opportunity.
Oh yeah, we sure are. I'll tell you this though. I'll tell you this. There were now this is going to sound bad, however I say it, so I'm just going to say it. There were a lot of scary.
Wait, hang on.
Yes.
Maybe you don't want to go there, Bri.
No, I'm just gonna say there were a lot of scary looking dudes out in Vegas for the fight. Like a
When
lot
you say
of,
dudes, what do you mean?
oh, you know what I mean. A lot of black guys. And it was very peaceful. I mean, these dudes were partying it up and high-fiving my dad in his scooter. But I mean, like, there were like a block I walked through and I was like, oh God, if something weird happened, like if that fight ended up in like a weird like thing like in the first round, there could have been legitimate riots in Vegas. Like
Jay,
that's how, like
Jay, could you please explain to us how your podcast first took off in fame and became so popular? Well, when Bri came on the show and he discussed how he feared black people, we got a big audience in the South.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying
saying that it's that.
I know what
Vegas
you're
were
saying.
fine, but they could have been. One asshole could have changed the whole landscape of that weekend.
Yeah, no, it's true. There was a yesterday was Mother's Day at a beach in Massachusetts. This one girl stole another girl's purse, and it turned into a 300-person melee.
That's what I mean. Like, yeah, like it'd be not even the fact that it was whatever, but it was just so crowded that you couldn't move in some spots. And like, if some asshole did something like that, it could have been legitimately like a riot.
What I don't get about that 300-person melee is I could go outside right now and like break a bottle and it'll get caught on a cell phone, and not one person caught a 300-person melee on their cell phone.
Jay mentioned this to me, so I Googled 300-person melee, and there were like 6 or 7 different fights that came up from different years. All 300-person melees. I don't know why. I don't know. It's like an annual tradition of 300-person melee.
That's crazy.
Maybe that's the new code name for Mother's Day.
Yeah, I guess
Jay,
you got
next Facebook question.
Jay, what is your favorite X-Man? That would be Iceman.
Is he the gay one?
Yes, go on.
Yeah, they actually just made him come out of the closet.
Oh, I knew they made one
Oh.
gay. I didn't know which one.
You're being serious.
Yeah, no, I read that there was a gay X-Man. I just didn't know which one it was.
Well,
That's
this
kind
is
of
we were
That kind
talking.
of
It sure wasn't Ass Man.
Well, we were talking a couple episodes ago about how Marvel is trying to kill the X-Men to get the rights back from Fox. So they made Iceman gay, and they're going to send all the X-Men to a different planet because they don't even want them like interacting with anybody anymore. So that's their new plan. It's great.
Does Iceman, is he since he came out of the closet, is he dating guy that does not mind cold things in his ass?
Blue balls.
No nerve endings in his anus, man.
I like to stick my dick in ice cubes. Is that his boyfriend?
Rosero writes, Mark's wife is very good looking and makes me happy. Like you can be a total nerd and have white guilt and still get the hot girl.
Sweet.
Mark and Jay, have you ever been in the subway and had to use the bathroom really bad and thought, oh shit, this is it? I've had 3 such instances.
Do tell, Jay.
Well, the subway's always delayed, so this always happens. Once I actually just peed on the subway stairs because I had no other option, hoping that nobody came down those stairs and saw me. And only one person.
Is that
did.
another homeless man? Oh, it's Jay from The Office. Lovely to see your penis out.
The second time, only one person saw me, so it wasn't too bad. The second time, I was at SantaCon, so
Oh, that doesn't count.
I got off the subway. I ran into a fancy restaurant, ran through it straight to the bathroom, and went. And people looked a little confused. That was before it was like huge, so it was kind of like a weird thing. And then the third time I was just on the subway, and it was a photo finish. I just made it home by like a half a second. You guys don't have any subway almost
I'm
accidents?
just thinking of. I don't ride the subways, so no.
I was in high school. I was on like Metro North, and I don't think I guess I didn't. I had some beers. I didn't realize there was a bathroom on the train, and I was like just like in immense pain. And I started like I was like, no one's gonna notice if I just pee in my pants right now. And then later on, I realized there was a bathroom on the train. And I felt really stupid.
Okay, next question. Can you guys do a reaction segment, like watch a nasty video and react to it, like the Cartel Mexican Chainsaw video, and do one that you guys have never seen before?
Yeah, no.
The Cartel Mexican. What should we watch?
Was it where they chop people's heads off and shit?
Yeah.
Let's watch something more interesting.
Yeah, I don't really need to watch that.
Do you want to watch something really gross? I mean, do you guys even want to do that?
Not really.
What's your idea?
There's a video called One Guy, One Screwdriver, and it's the worst.
No,
thing
I don't
ever.
want to do that.
Yeah, pass.
Okay.
That doesn't sound. What's he gonna do in that? That just sounds terrible.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's got to go in his pee hole to make it really bad. It's the only thing I can think of.
It's really bad.
I don't want to know.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, then I don't want to watch it.
Okay. That was the whole point. To watch
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I mean,
Watch a sports video and get a reaction. That's what we could do.
Well, let's watch the worst thing possible and just watch like highlights from the Knicks this season. Oh God, the humanity.
Steven writes, Jay, what 9/11 conspiracy movie should I watch? I haven't seen any yet. Loose Change. Loose Change is the one to watch.
I'm going to spend no time talking about 9/11. Move on.
The whole thing's on YouTube. Grant writes, now that it has been revealed that Sony will license Spider-Man to appear in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to complete the Civil War story.
Wait, can I just wait? Hang on, forget that question for a second. Jay, would you be upset if they remade Loose Change, but like with like big hot time Hollywood actors?
Aren't there already a couple versions of it?
No, they keep redoing it to like bring it to the big screen.
So like, you know, the plane's about to fly into the tower, but all of a sudden, like Mark Wahlberg is on the plane.
Yeah, and then they remake it.
Actually, Mark Wahlberg was supposed to be on one of those planes.
And instead they make it like a love story, and they barely even focus on the whole plane thing.
And the plane actually never ends up crashing because The Rock saves the day.
Yeah. You know how you always like big budget remakes of movies that should be remade?
Yeah, love them. Like that new National Lampoon Vacation movie.
Ugh.
It'll be like Loose Change, the 9/11 conspiracy, starring the Olsen twins and Lizzie McGuire.
You guys saw the most racist Olsen twins video ever, right?
No.
We can do a reaction to that. Tell me.
Okay. I'm going to pull that up, and I'll let you guys watch it, because it's the funniest, most racist thing you'll see. I'm going to send it to the Skype chat. How do I do that?
Beats me.
Hey, Bride, do you hear they're making a new National Lampoon Christmas vacation movie?
Yeah. Jay told me to watch the trailer, and I did, and it's horrible.
It's like, hey, let's remake a classic movie and just add, like, dick and fart jokes.
Well, yeah, let's
That could
American
have been the
Pie it.
reaction thing.
All right, I sent you guys the Skype video.
I'm watching it.
It is awesome. You got it, Bri?
I'm looking for it.
Okay, the Olsen twins are dancing. This is fine.
Yep.
Why don't I see it? Oh, here it is.
And what do they throw in there?
Let Bri catch up.
This is great. This is a good visual bit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This is what happens when we do an audio show and we do reaction shots.
Nothing more entertaining. I can't figure out what they threw in there.
I'll tell you in a second.
Come on.
Are you still loading the video?
Yeah.
Are these
dial up?
Oh God. Did they just throw chicken?
Yes.
Fried chicken in there?
Yes.
Was this on Full House?
No, this is their actual movie.
Oh my God.
So there's a black guy playing a saxophone on the street, and they walk up to him and start dancing, and then they throw fried chicken in his basket as a tip. All right.
That's adorable. They do look really adorable.
It's not loading. It's pissing me off.
All right.
Okay,
We'll
next
move
question
on while
then.
you try and load it. Now that it's
Sorry.
been revealed that Sony will license Spider-Man to appear in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to complete the Civil War storyline, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited is Mark?
Wait, what? What Civil War storyline?
Civil War was a storyline where all the heroes get into an
Oh, you
argument.
don't mean like the American Civil War?
No. The government wants to register all superheroes, and half the superheroes are fine with it, and the other half don't want that, and they get into like a huge war.
Is this supposed to be like analogous to like the real world?
I don't know, but it's going to be. That's what Avengers 3 is going to be. And
Sounds amazing.
Anyway, Spider-Man's going to be in it now because Marvel was able to get the rights to Spider-Man.
Why are they doing more Deadpool movies? I want Deadpool movies. Deadpool is the best character ever.
I want movies that aren't superhero movies or comic book movies or remakes. What happened to like original ideas?
Can't have it.
Oh,
Can't we put like the superheroes in movies they don't belong? Because that would be interesting. If you had like Spider-Man be like,
or you could make them all autistic.
yeah, that would be great. If they made them all autistic, I'd enjoy that. Or
I've
they had
definitely-
like Spider-Man as the lead role in like Schindler's List.
I would definitely be there for grand opening of Autistic Avengers.
Oh,
Well, like-
Jay.
Or Shawshank Redemption, but like instead of Tim Robbins, it's the Incredible Hulk. You're like, he probably killed them. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Smash, smash, smash.
The movie's 7 minutes long. They lock him up, and he just punches the wall down. And walks out.
He's like, I'm leaving. But you're supposed to make a hole over many years. Me smash.
Is it true that there was a dude dressed like the Burger King with Mayweather? Or was that superimposed in?
I didn't hear about that.
It was before the fight because I was reading this, unless I was really drunk. I could. The hell was that?
I don't know.
Maybe that was your
Oh,
werewolf.
it's the dog dying. Yeah. I could have swore I saw a picture of like Mayweather coming into with like his entourage, and somebody dressed like the Burger King was in the background.
Could be. I don't know. I know Bieber's in his entourage. Why would Bieber be in his entourage?
Bieber's got a lot of money. He's
Why would anybody want Bieber in his entourage?
Yeah, I don't get it.
What about like Sleepless in Seattle starring Meg Ryan and Aquaman? We can't be together because I live in the ocean and I live in Seattle.
No, a fish called Wanda with Aquaman.
There you
That
go.
would have been better.
Yeah, he's like, I'm cool with this. Yeah, I would. That's what they should do. Mashups.
Yeah, just put them in like a Die Hard with Superman, and they're like, yeah, you really have no chance. The one lone cop is Superman, and he's just gonna kill you all.
Instead of like the fat girl from Mike and Molly in a spy movie, and they must have spent a lot of time on the name because it's called Spy.
Yeah.
Or like one of those, those like teen angst movies where they have the girl who's kind of like really pretty, but they make her look ugly, and by the end of the movie she gets the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of being like a regular girl, it's like Wonder Woman. These would be better movies.
No, it
would.
It could be Mystique because she's a shapeshifter, so it's really just a dude.
Dances with Wolves with Wolverine.
Dances with Wolverine,
Dances with Wolverine, yes.
and it's just River Dance with Wolverine. Had nothing to do with Indians. Rosero writes, does Jay like Dragon Ball Z? I do not like Dragon Ball Z.
Why not, Jay?
Is that the only person asking questions?
Rosario writes a lot.
He does write a lot of questions. I don't know. Will tried to get me into Dragon Ball for a while. I can't get into it.
What exactly is Dragon Ball Z? I've heard of it, obviously, but like,
It
just like a
doesn't
comic.
It makes no sense. I don't know. It's a bunch of guys that yell at each other, and then they float in midair, breathing heavily while yelling at each other for 20 minutes. And then they have a really quick fight with a bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense, and then the episode ends.
Are you reading from Dragon Ball Z Wikipedia page?
Yeah, that's. I just edited it, so that's literally what it says.
Not like every Japanese cartoon.
Yeah, pretty much. So we are Brink of Sanity 3 on Twitter. We do have a couple Twitter questions.
Don't we have a ton more Facebook questions?
No. There was there was a lot of back and forth that wasn't actually questions. So I skipped
Let me look at this. So you look both on the Brink page and the Knicks page, right?
I did not look on the next page.
Oh, there's like 20 questions on the Knicks page. Do you not know that?
No, I had no idea.
Oh, no, there's like, number not 20. There's like 5 questions.
All right.
25, whatever.
Oh, you're not going to read My Buddy Has a New Girlfriend Who Really Is Hot, but He's Considering Dumping Her? That one?
You already read half of it. Might as well.
Is that a question or is he bragging?
Every time she performs fellatio on him, right when he reaches the point of no return, she quickly slams a finger up his butt. He claims it is rape, and she claims he is a prude. She says she has done it to every boyfriend she has ever had, and no one has ever made a big deal of it. What do you think? Signed, Shira.
I think if he's claiming it's rape, then he's got some issues.
And I was told, Mark and Jay, you should not even read the stupid troll as comment. And Liam agreed. So we were not going to read that question.
I'm glad that added a lot to the show.
Oh, good. Can I read it? It didn't say I couldn't read it.
There's like 5 questions on both Rob, Imerdog, and Liam write a bunch of questions on the next page.
Okay.
Rob writes, did you guys see Age of Ultron? And if so, what did you think?
Not yet, but I will. I'm behind. I didn't watch Captain America 2 or Thor 2 yet, so.
Right?
I don't even know what that means.
That's
Age of Ultron?
Age of Ultron is Avengers 2.
Yeah, no, I didn't. The only one of those movies I've seen is Iron Man.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Avengers was probably the best one.
I watched it on a bootleg DVD, though, so it was like Spanish underneath, so it was a little tricky, but I liked it.
Would you go see the next Fast and the Furious instead if they replaced Paul Walker's character with Iron Man?
Well, I haven't seen the first 12, so I don't know if I should go see it or not. I might be lost.
I saw the first 2, and they were terrible.
I kind of like the second one.
I would go see Fast and Furious if it was actual footage of Paul Walker dying.
I was at a bar, and they had the second one on, and I literally thought it was a B movie for about a half hour.
Or what if like Mad Men? Everyone loved Mad Men, but instead replaced Don Draper with Captain America.
I've never seen Mad Men.
It's really good. Imerdog writes, do you like dentists?
I don't like going to the dentist.
I don't.
Does anyone like going to the
dentist.
dentist?
I like my dentist, but I don't like going to my dentist.
I don't mind the dentist.
All right.
Liam writes, did you guys ever go to a gym and had a bad experience? Like some meathead or guy leaving the seats sweaty?
I've never been to a gym. So there.
And Jay gets pizza at his gym.
I've never been to a gym and not had a meathead leave the seat sweaty. I mean, isn't that what
I'm not
does?
a meathead, but I've left the seat sweaty because I sweat a lot. People probably don't like me at gyms.
I do too, but that's why you wipe off the seat afterwards.
Sometimes I wipe off the seat, and sometimes I don't have a towel, and I just like walk away slowly.
My gym had paper towels like every 4 feet, so there was like no excuse.
Liam also writes, best neighborhoods in Brooklyn in your guys' opinion.
How the hell would I know?
I don't know too many neighborhoods in Brooklyn. I know Park Slope is the new trendy place. I lived in Williamsburg, and I think it's overrated, so I'm going to say someplace that's not Williamsburg.
Brooklyn Heights.
Cool.
By the water. Liam writes, the Brink Show is best with Mark and Jay only. Apparently Liam really likes Bry.
Thanks.
Liam,
anyway, so. Who's that, Liam Neeson?
Yeah, Liam Neeson. Between movies, he listens to our show.
They just had a Family Guy episode where Peter got drunk and wanted to fight him, so it's kind of...
And last question, Liam writes, my neighbor is this okay-looking Asian girl. The thing is, she's constantly moaning at night. I assume she is masturbating, and assumes I can't hear her, but the walls in our building are kind of not soundproof. It excites me as a man, so I should just knock on her door or just shut up about it.
Enjoy the show.
I mean, how do you know she's not getting banged?
Yeah.
Well, Liam, next week you'll have to tell us if why you know she's not getting banged.
Yeah.
I mean, if she's just helping herself, you should probably introduce yourself.
Be like, I can help you out.
Mm-hmm.
With what? I'll see you later.
You know, Liam's profile picture is Deadpool.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't notice that at all.
We have Twitter questions. Steven writes, Mark needs to become permanent co-host, and we need.
I thought he was.
I think we never really said it official, but it pretty much is. I mean,
is he listening to only the first 10 episodes?
I mean, you've almost done 100 episodes. I think that makes you official co-host.
Could we have a little party for my 100th episode?
Yeah, it's coming up in like 3 episodes.
Sweet.
We need to learn more about your Asian girlfriend. Is she hot? There's a lot of questions about my Asian girlfriend. Would you hate fuck a younger version of Julia Roberts?
Ugh.
Why would you have to hate fuck her? Why can't you just fuck her?
Well, I hate all her movies, and I hate her face.
She's kind of
Me too.
attractive, though.
I don't think she's attractive at all.
Really?
Yeah,
Come on.
I
not
don't
at
think
all.
she is either.
No.
Really? Like
Yeah.
Pretty Woman, Julia Roberts?
Nope.
Yeah, not
I
at
thought
all.
it was the most ironic movie title ever.
Yeah.
Okay, so Pretty Woman with instead of Julia Roberts, Deadpool. That I would say. I would be so excited to see that movie.
Hey, I'll be right back. I got to take my dog out. He's pacing at the door.
Your dog sucks.
Sorry. Continue on without me.
Yeah, could you let that werewolf go?
Carry on without me. I'll be right back.
We're just going to talk about your dog the whole time.
That's fine.
That's actually it for Twitter. I think we might have gotten an email. Yes, we do have an email.
Bullshit.
Our email is... What is our email? Our email is thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. Let's see. How are the strip clubs in New York? Have you been to a strip club in New York?
I have, and they're okay.
I think I went to only one in Queens. I haven't been to one in the actual city.
In the city, they're like better looking.
I would assume so, yeah. I would think the one around the corner from me probably doesn't have the best looking.
Why don't we do a live show from the one around the corner from you?
That might be funny. I don't know if we get in trouble or not, but
Why would we get in trouble? As long as the strip club were like, hey, we have a show that no one listens to. You mind if we like broadcast live from your club? I've noticed a trend when people announce they are having a child on Facebook, they post like the sonogram picture.
yeah, that is a new trend.
Why do people do that? It's not like I look at the sonogram picture and go, "Oh, what a cute little thing," and it might as well be like a flashlight puppet you're showing
I'm
me.
back. What'd I miss?
We're talking
Sonogram
about
pictures.
Somebody asked how the strip clubs were in New York, and then now, we're talking about sonogram pictures for baby announcements. I'm just gonna start saying that's so cute.
I don't understand. Like people go like, "We're having a baby. We don't believe you. Show the sonogram picture. You're a fucking liar."
Yeah, that's not a huge.
Do they
fan.
have one that says we're having an abortion, like when you're done?
Daddy, what's a gagortion? Do we have anything else?
I think we're about done. Bri, what else do you want to add, Bri? What do you want? What conspiracy do you want to bring up this week?
I don't have a conspiracy.
Anyone shoelace
have
kind of thing?
If you guys are interested, I have a topic I'd like to raise to the panel.
Sure. Is it about you being scared of other ethnicities or races?
No, well, sort of, but not really.
Okay.
Do either of you guys believe in like ghosts and spirits and that shit?
I am not sure. I'm assuming Mark's silence means no.
Yeah, I don't really believe. I mean, if I see one with my eyes or like see some evidence of it, I'll believe it.
Right.
But there's no. I don't know. There's no real basis to believe in it.
Right. I actually feel the same way. I had an experience, sort of. So, like I was mentioning earlier, when my dad was having heart surgery, and he was in the hospital, and it was February. We were getting a shitload of snow, so I decided I was going to stay at his house. So I had a friend of mine bring me over from my house to her house because I didn't want to bring my car because whatever. Now I've only known this person for probably like 6 months, so she doesn't know a whole hell of a lot about me. So we come to my dad's house, and I bring her in. I give her a quick tour or whatever, blah blah blah, and she leaves. And a couple days later, I was talking to her, and she was like, "Remember when we met and I told you I had tuned in or some kind of weird word?" And I was like, "No." She's like, well, remember I told you? And I'm like, no, I don't remember. So whatever you're getting at, just tell me. She's like, oh, well, I see things that, aren't really there. I was like, what, like ghosts? And she's like, yeah, I see, spirits and ghosts and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, all right, whatever. So I was like, oh, well, so is there a ghost in my house? Like a big wise ass. She goes, no, not at your house, but there's someone at your dad's house. And I was like, oh, okay, well, who is it? And she's like, it's your mom. And I was like, so she starts telling me some stuff about it. And she was like, yeah, when you were showing me around, there's a wall of pictures. And I stopped and I showed her. It was like pictures of me when I was a kid. She's like, yeah, I could see your mom standing behind you with her arm on your shoulder. And I was like, well, that's freaky. Like, I don't believe in that. It's like,
Wait, you mean like in the picture she could see it?
No, like behind me. Like I was standing in the hallway and she could see my mom behind me, like with her arm on me.
Oh, at the house.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, I don't know how to process that because I don't believe in that. That stuff doesn't, She's like, well, I'm telling you, I saw it. So I was like, all right, whatever. So like a few days later, she's like, I saw your mom again. And she like said something to me, whatever. And so I was like, stop fucking with me because I can't process this and whatever. So cut to a few weeks later, when I came back after my dad broke his foot, we have this. Somebody got my dad a balloon when he was in the hospital the first time. It was like one of those, helium aluminum things. And one day I was getting out of the shower. It was downstairs. We had it tied to a light. And when I came over, it was like starting to droop. So I untied it because I didn't want it to fall in the light and burn it. So one day I go upstairs to take a shower, and I get out of the shower, and the balloon is outside my bathroom door. Now, it literally would have had to go down a hall, up the stairs, and down another hall to get to the bathroom.
Yeah, that is a little weird.
So I texted my friend, and I was like, there's a fucking balloon outside my bathroom. She's like, it's your mom. And I'm like, it's not my mom. I don't believe in that, So then like 3 days later, so I put the balloon like in my parents' bedroom. I just like left it there. So a couple days later, I was sitting here. Me and my dad were watching TV all day, and I got up to go let the dog out, and the balloon was downstairs again in the little room that I had set up for him downstairs because he couldn't go up the stairs. So it's really freaking me out. But I don't. It's like I can't process it because it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a kind of weird ghost type of situation too, and I don't know. It kind of freaked me out as well. Because same thing. I don't really believe in it, but I have no other explanation for what happened. So
and like,
Jay, what's your story, Jay? Or Brian, you still got?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say yesterday being Mother's Day, the girl who has been putting me through all this texted me, and she's like, "Oh, just thinking of you today." But she's been telling me all along. She's like, your mom's around. She has a message. She's trying to reach you. Blah blah blah. You just gotta open your mind or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know what. So anyway, so she said, "Oh, I saw a psychic last week, and somehow you came up, and your mom and all that stuff." And she's like, "Oh, she's still here. She's got your message." And I'm like, "Well, then, I've been staying at my dad's for 6 weeks now. And like, I haven't gotten any messages." So it's kind of freaking me out. And that's the end of my story.
What if her like messages like, "Hey, you should bet like $20 on the Pats this year. Forget the Brady suspension. They're still gonna go all the way."
maybe it's buy stock in balloons.
You know what you should do? You should like break the balloon, cut it up, put it in the garbage can, to have the garbage taken out by the garbage man, and then the balloon shows up again. Then you should believe in ghosts.
Oh, the balloon is long. It's been deflated and dead.
Does it reinflate themselves?
No, it hasn't.
The balloon shows up wearing your mom's old dress. Jay, what's your story?
I had a crappy roommate that I met on Craigslist for about 2 months, and we got into an argument right before he left. And the day before he left, I heard some like weird chanting going on in his room. And so then the day he moved out, there's nothing in the room except a chair, and it's like one of those wooden chairs, and my cat goes into the room, and I go in the living room, and I hear my cat like screaming, and I go into the room, and the cat is just under the chair, like looking like it's cornered and it can't get out, and I had to like actually go and grab my cat from under the chair, and that happened like the very next day too. It was like same exact situation. The cat's screaming, and it seems like it's stuck and cornered behind this chair, and there's nothing else in the room. There's I have no explanation for what the hell that was about.
Cat's just fucking with you.
Oh, and that's the other thing too, is that my friend told me that my dog can see what's going on. My dog can see, so every time he barks at like random stuff, like for the first like 2 weeks, I was like, uh-oh, who's here?
Well, maybe you have a ghost now, because your dog wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shit, man. What's going on in your house now?
I don't know.
That's a weird story. Not well, Jay's also, but Bry's in particular.
Yeah, it's had me fucked up for quite a while. I like don't know how to process it, because I was like, I believe that you believe it, but I don't believe that, you know.
My girlfriend really, really believes in that stuff. I mean,
I kind of always think those people that say those things are just like they get off on having people believe in them, and they're really good. It's like when you watch it's like when you watch Chris Angel or like David Copperfield. They do like they seem like they're actual wizards. They're such good with magic, and these people are just really good at bullshitting people.
some are, but I don't know. Like the entire my girlfriend's Thai. The entire Thai culture is like super. They all believe in it. So I don't know. Seems kind of weird for like an entire country to believe in it if there's nothing to it.
Whoa.
I mean,
I believe in stupider things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like some countries believe in like Jesus.
Some believe in freedom.
Yeah.
Some people. Some people
believe
two airplanes took a tower down.
I was just gonna go there. I feel like, what do you believe is more realistic, 9/11 conspiracy or ghosts? I think I'd sooner believe in the ghosts.
Wow.
Maybe they. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
Do you have any more rants, Bri?
No, that kind of took the air out of my balloon.
So if you have also had a ghost story, please write us and tell us about your ghost story so we can share them on the show.
Yeah.
We're now doing it. We're doing a ghost podcast.
We need a medium. That's what we need.
We're going to switch the theme of the podcast every week until we find one that people actually download.
The good thing about the ghost podcast is that the topic of the podcast is as real as the listeners.
We'll call it Ghoulcast, Episode 1. So, yeah, you could leave a review on iTunes because that bumps up our iTunes ranking significantly when we get reviews.
And it'll be the first review we've gotten in over a year.
Yeah, that would be good, too. You can follow us on Twitter, Brink of Sanity 3. Email us, thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. We're on Instagram, thebrinkofsanity.
So far we have one vote for me being on the show and one vote for me not being on the show. So we need someone to break the tie.
You could be the deciding vote. Who's your favorite co-host?
Your vote matters. Not like in a real election.
And we're actually running a little low on Brink of Sanity shirts, so you might want to get those before they become a collector's item, because I will never order them ever again.
I was on eBay the other day, and I saw someone selling...
And you tried selling yours, or...?
I saw on eBay someone was selling a Brink of Sanity shirt. I think it was going for like $1,000, and yet Jay, you're only selling it for $25.
I'm selling it for $9.
So for $9, you can get an item that's like you could resell on eBay for $1,000. That's like giving money away, Jay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's crazy. Surprised more people haven't taken advantage of that.
That's it's like Brink Sanity T-shirt arbitrage.
Anything else, guys?
I think the ghost thing was a good thing to end the show on.
Sorry. It was a bit of a downer.
All right. Well, save those other rants for next time, and then we'll get to those.
All right.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll be back soon. Oh, you could also leave us a voicemail if you want. 631-676-1181. and we'll be back hopefully, if not next week, then the week after. I have finals coming up, so definitely within 2 weeks.
You had finals the last time I was on the show.
I think he has finals every week.
Yeah, he always has finals.
Going back to school,
is finals like code for like heroin or something?
I'm taking a lot of classes. No, last time you were on, I had midterms.
Jay, why are you in the bathroom so long? I had finals.
Poop finals. All right, goodbye, everybody.
All right, bye.
Bye, bye, love. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye. You better go away. I'm gonna leave you. It's the end. Goodbye. Goodbye. Just leave me alone. Feels so good to say goodbye. I'm sick and tired of saying goodbye. Goodbye, girl. Goodbye, 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 everybody.
No, seriously, I've been bugging out since we stopped.
Oh my God, this. I cannot believe you're bugging out about this, and this is the part of the show you're not recording.
I started recording again.
Oh, are you recording right now?
Yeah.
Okay. What the hell? Really? You're really worried about this?
I thought maybe. You kind of threw me off. I've been freaking out since you said that.
You're not really recording.
I am.
You're a liar.
And a bad one.
Now, since you said you're recording the show, we ran out of things to say. What the hell are people going to do with this information? They're going to call up and go, I'm Jay. What's your last name? I don't know. What's your mom's maiden name? I know that. Okay, got your credit card information.
I am Jay, formerly blank.
Here's
What's your
all
date
the-
of birth? Did you hear me? I knew the maiden name. Oh yeah, here's the bank account.
Okay, maybe I don't need to worry that much.
What if just people that used to know your mom before she got married? Could that mean they could like rob you also?
I don't know.
Like
how
anyone
this
that went
works.
to high school with your mom could basically steal your identity.
Well, why are you making jokes like this? Maybe this is why I have intense anxiety issues.
Nobody wants to be you, Jay. Don't worry.
That's true. What are they going to
So
steal?
basically, anyone I know, as soon as they get married and they have a kid, I'm going to steal that kid's identity by combining the woman's maiden name and the son's new name.
You do.
Isn't that how you get your porn name? Oh.
They're going to steal my goddamn porn name.
That's true. What are they going to take anyway? I have less than 200. I keep getting that every time I swipe my card. I get that text message. You have under $200 in your account.
They're going to swipe your debt.
Yeah, actually,
They're gonna be like, yeah, I stole Jay's identity and I paid off his student loans.
yeah. You know what? Steal my identity because then you'll owe about $60,000.
It'll work out really well for you.
I literally have negative $60,000, so go for it.
That's student loans, right?
Student loans and like 20 something grand on credit card.
No, I was just hoping it wasn't all credit card. That's all.
Oh no. It's
Because that'd be really bad if it was all credit card.
no. It's like
It's
10,
mostly credit card, but not all credit card.
It's like 23 on credit, and then 10,000 for undergrad, and then whatever I've gotten.
Are the credit cards the low like 80% a month interest rate they charge? That's totally legal.
I have a nice one that's like 7%, and then I have an evil one that's like 21%.
Like, how is 21% even legal?
I don't
How does the
know.
government say the credit card company is allowed to charge 21%? Like, bookies or like loan sharks can only charge like, basically that's like beyond what a loan shark would normally charge.
It's insane.
The loan shark's like, I'll break your arm, but I'll only charge you 11%. That's a better deal than Visa's offering me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop recording again.
Oh, we were
Okay,
just
you
doing
really-
good again.
Yeah, the show got so much better, Jay. And how are you going to work this in? No one's going to listen after the credits.
For now on, we'll just set up a conference call, and I won't tell you when we're recording, so we could all be funny when we're not.
So basically, we'll just like pick up and like we'll just start talking. Be like, oh, hey, Rye, how's it going? And Jay, shouldn't we start the show? Maybe we've already started.
Do you remember I tried doing something like that back in the day?
Oh yeah, you did the Knicks. Was the Knicks post show?
No. With this show, I tried just recording as soon as we got on, and then
Yeah, and you ended up deleting half the shows.
the conversation would flow into the beginning of the show, so like you guys would never know when it began. I tried it for like 3 episodes, and like
Was I on the show then?
I don't know, maybe not.
I just remember the first 15 shows you deleted half of.
Yeah.
I wasn't on the show that early. I remember we used to do the random word generator.
Yeah, we should do that again. That
was good for topics.
Yeah. We just pulled up a random word generator. Whatever word came up, that would be our topic for 5 minutes.
It was just whatever you could think of, basically.
Yeah.
It's like a thing they use in an improv.
Yeah. I'm familiar with it.
There's this thing called the internet, and a website where you Hey. You hate when they when you're on like a smartphone or like an iPad. I find this on the iPad really. When I go to a website and they're like, "Don't you want to go to our app?" And I'm like, "No,
yeah.
I never fucking want to go to your app. I can't just go to the damn website. Like I don't need another thing clogging up my screen."
Yeah.
Why do I want an app for Swiffer?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I could use your app to get to models.com. That's wonderful. I really need that.
I like when it's even more ridiculous. It's like, you buy Dove soap, download our app. It's like, what could your app possibly do for me?
But most of the time, the app is also it's just a slightly different version of the actual website.
Yeah, it's
this is more
boring,
convenient.
yeah.
That and Twitter. It's like you use Tide, follow us on Twitter, and then you go to their Twitter. It's like, we clean things. Cool.
Well, I love the raised pizza it'll say in the window. Follow us on Twitter. I'm like, there can't be a single worthwhile announcement on there.
We still have pizza.
Mushroom pizza coming out of the oven. Actually, I should ask Brady if I could take care of their tweet. All basically those boring places like Dove soap. The only reason they have a Twitter feed is so you'll know when they say something really racist.
Pretty much. So you have somewhere to complain to when they say something racist.
If Mark owned Ray's Pizza's Twitter, it would just be pictures of midgets holding pizza and autistic people holding pizza.
It would become work here, and it'd be like Deadpool behind the counter. But I actually would like to I'd love to see Dove we're really sorry yesterday. We didn't mean you could actually wash the black away. We don't know why we posted it on Twitter.
We were totally misinterpreted when we said we wash all Negroes away. I don't know how you guys are reading that.
Use our white soap to make yourself the master race. Didn't even mean, I don't know what we meant by that. Just the worst, well, I mean, am I really fired for that?
I'm so glad I started recording again. Okay, let's end the show for real. Do I have to play the goodbye song again? We just did another 15 minutes.
I don't know.
All right. Well, thanks for listening again. Hopefully.
Do you think anyone's going to listen past the goodbye song?
Well, if they notice there's 11 minutes left. A lot of times I'll put one sentence after the goodbye song. So people probably miss that. But I think if they see 10 minutes left, they'll stay.
Well, based on the feedback we get, I think people missed almost the entire episode, actually.
That's true. Yeah, a lot of people are going to miss the first hour and 33 minutes of this.
I'm begging for feedback. Please give us feedback. That'll get us to do more shows.
Yeah.
If you want more shows, write to us and tell us what you that you listen to the show.
And honest feedback. If you don't like a bit, if you do like a bit, if you hate one of us, we don't care. Just
It's
if you hate us, let us know.
Anyway. It's going to be me, so I don't care.
If you hate Bry, or if you don't like Bry,
or if your views on Bry have you want to speak out. And the fan's just going to be Shira talking about Bry.
There's a reason they only put me on once every 4 weeks.
Well, we only do a show twice every 4 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not like we're doing a lot more shows when you're not on.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, look, this is episode 211. Next time we ask you on, max it'll be 213.
It'll be 210.
Yeah.
Bry, have you ever listened to an episode that you were on or you were not on, or a show? Have you ever listened to an episode?
I tried to listen to one. By
It's freaking
accident.
unlistenable.
What?
It's unlistenable.
I tried to listen to one because when I was on and you guys were talking about something, and I asked you, and you said, "Oh, it was in the last episode," and you wouldn't talk about it, so I had to go back and listen to it.
Could you be more general?
I don't remember what it was. we were talking about, it was something about Jay's anxiety, maybe.
Oh.
And like, I was like, well, fill me in. I haven't listened. And you're like, well, it's on the last show. Just go listen to it. So I listened for like 5 minutes, and I was like, I don't really care about Jay's anxiety.
I think we had done an entire like episode about Jay's anxiety, and you're like, "Wait, Jay's anxiety? Tell me about it." We're like, "We just did an entire fucking episode about this."
Yeah, exactly. That's why we did.
That's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, that must have been recently because you quit for like 100 episodes.
Yeah.
When's your next quitting of the show?
Me?
Yeah.
Wait.
Bri quits like every 50 episodes.
I'm part-time, so I can't quit.
Bri, don't take this the wrong way, but who would you allow on the show first? Shira or your mom's ghost?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Actually, a serious question. Can we get that woman on the show? The one that the one that sees your mom in Ghosts. Like, we don't have to ask her about your mom. I just want to ask her about Ghosts.
I could probably get her on the show.
Jay, that would be awesome, right? Getting her on the show.
That might be interesting. I mean,
that would be actually an interesting person to have on the show.
Yeah.
Ask her if she wants to. Set this up first, Bri.
I could see if I can talk to her and see what if she wants to come on for a bit.
If you're not busy seeing dead people, can you do a show with us?
Okay.
Yeah, I could work on that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
If it's something the fans want.
Yeah, both of them are really into it.
If we get between 0 and 2 responses,
that's a yes.
That's a yes.
I don't know if we're still recording, but if we are, who doesn't want to have someone that actually sees dead people on the show?
Mm.
Can she see each of our dead people?
I don't know.
We could send her download numbers. It looks like a graveyard.
I see dead people like your fans. Yeah, get her on the show. I think that'd be awesome, actually.
All right. I'll talk to her. See what her schedule's like.
We could totally not talk about your mom. I just wanted to see, just like find out more about her.
Okay.
How long have you seen dead people? Do you think Bruce Willis ripped you off?
Have you ever made pottery while you were seeing dead people?
The entire line of questioning, I just think she's the boy from that movie. Well, you're all grown up now, and you've got a sex change, huh?
I'm just gonna watch the movie Ghost while we're recording and ask her questions about each scene.
You just ask her about Whoopi Goldberg's like movie where she was like a burglar.
Whoopi Goldberg,
or would she coach the Knicks?
Only
she might be better off doing that now.
So I heard you used to be the co-host of The View.
That's right, she was.
I don't know. She might still be.
Mm.
Okay, Jay, you can stop recording.
Or start, either way.